For millennia, the name of Abraham has stood as a symbol of origin, promise, and destiny. For Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike, he is not merely a historical or spiritual figure, he is the starting point of entire nations. But now, in the 21st century, a provocative question is gaining momentum. Could his legacy exist not only in ancient texts, but also within the DNA of millions of people alive today? Ancient genealogies describe Abraham as the father of many peoples. According to tradition, his descendants multiplied and spread across generations, crossing deserts, empires, and continents. For centuries, this narrative was sustained by faith and oral tradition. Now, however, science is attempting something bold, tracing that story through human biology. DNA, the microscopic code carried in every cell of our bodies, has allowed scientists to reconstruct human migrations with unprecedented precision. By analyzing the Y chromosome, which is passed from father to son, researchers can follow paternal lineages stretching back thousands of years. And it is here that the mystery begins to deepen. Studies conducted among populations in the Middle East have identified shared genetic patterns among groups that historically claim descent from Abraham. Jewish, Arab, and other Semitic populations show certain similarities in their genetic markers. These findings have led some researchers to suggest the possibility of a common ancestor in the distant past. But this is where the story becomes more complex and more conflicted. Genetics cannot point to a specific individual and declare, "This is Abraham." What it can do is identify populations that share common ancestors within certain time frames. In many cases, those ancestors date back either before or after the period traditionally associated with Abraham. This creates a tension between what tradition affirms and what science can actually verify. Complicating matters further, the Middle East has long been a crossroads of civilizations. Empires, conquests, migrations, and cultural exchanges have all left deep imprints on the genetic makeup of its people. As a result, genetic lineages are not pure or linear. They are intertwined, layered, and often impossible to separate with absolute clarity. Still, certain discoveries continue to fuel the debate. One frequently cited example is the presence of specific haplogroups, distinct genetic variations, that appear more commonly in populations connected to Abrahamic traditions. For some, this suggests historical continuity. For others, it simply reflects shared geography rather than direct lineage. So where does science end and interpretation begin? The idea of tracing Abraham through DNA is not just scientific, it is deeply emotional. For millions, identifying as a descendant of Abraham is rooted not in genetic proof, but in cultural, spiritual, and religious inheritance. Reducing that identity to a sequence of biological data can feel, to some, like a loss of meaning. And yet, the curiosity remains. Because if science could, even partially, confirm connections between modern populations and ancient figures, it would reshape how we understand our collective past. It would not only lend support to long-held traditions, but also reveal something even more profound, that despite our differences, we may be far more connected than we realize. But the definitive answer remains out of reach. Today, DNA offers clues, fragments of an incomplete story. It reveals routes, mixtures, migrations, but not names. Not faces, not absolute certainty. And perhaps that is where the true mystery lies. Because in the search for Abraham within our blood, we are ultimately confronted with a deeper question. Are we the result of a single line, or of countless intertwined histories converging into who we are today? At the intersection of faith, science, and identity, the legacy of Abraham does not disappear. It evolves into something even more compelling.